Hi guys, this is Jaden Dunn from Kiss My Glass Antiques, and today we are at Rock Garden Barn, Antique Barn, in where are we at? Jeff City? In Fulton, Missouri. We're gonna go inside and see if they have any antique or vintage glassware for resale or for my collection. So let's go inside and see what they have. Okay guys, so the first really cool thing that was right inside the door was this old bell collection. I'm not sure that they're all antique, but they're definitely vintage, I would say. This one's really cool. It's like a cigarette holder with matches, and of course it was a bell as well. We're talking about which ones were our favorite ones. Mom's with us today, me and Luke and Mom. And also, it says please don't play with the bells, and I didn't see that. And the first thing I did was walk up and push one of them. And Luke was like, hey, don't play with the bells. And I was like, oh, there's like 3 signs right there that clearly say do not play with the bells. But, you know, that's, they probably get that a lot. Everything here was very expensive, and I'll just say that we didn't know a ton about much of the stuff that was in here other than what the tags read. These plates right here was like a whole serving set of like dishware, not glasses, but plates and serving trays and such were really cool. They had like hand painted fish on them. And then down here we have some old Fenton glass, blue opalescent and cranberry opalescent. This one right here was $120, but it was kind of like a syrup container. Not exactly sure what it was, but it did remind me of like a syrup dispenser. And then they had like this table set. We just looked at the table a minute ago. That all match. And then they had this pair of like cherub lamps. Must sell as a pair, but they're $3,250 each. So I thought that was a little weird. It's like $6,000, $6,500 for both. Here you have some more likely Fenton, though I'm not 100% sure they are. Fenton glass, like candle holders or lamps. And then back here, there was another set of those like cherub lamps, but I think they were a little different. And some more matching furniture. Now the cherubs lamps these ones were cheaper for some reason. I'm not really exactly sure why, because they were basically the exact same thing as the previous ones. We're just checking it out right here. See, this one has blue crystals, so I'm not sure that those are original to it, but this was actually my favorite one, which was the cheapest one, I think. This right here is a like horse-drawn caddy whip holder. What does it say? Brass buggy whip holder. So kind of like an umbrella stand, but for your little buggy whip. So that's definitely pretty old. Definitely antique. Anyway, back to the lamp. This one was $2,750, so $2,750, which I thought was crazy. It does say it's from the 1800s, which is pretty plain to see, I would say. Most of the things in here were actually antique, which is crazy because most antique malls, most of it's actually just vintage. But I would say nearly 100% of the things in here were vintage. Now, this has a symbol on it that we do not need to discuss, but it says on the thing right there, the tag right there, that it was a Native American good luck symbol, so that's fine and well that might actually be, but, you know, people are a little sus about it. This is an old cash register that we thought was really cool. It says National. I would assume that is the maker. But we thought it was really cool. Definitely antique as well. I hope I got the price tag on it. $1,900. Honestly, it was really cool. Like I said, most of the stuff here was very expensive. This was a little bill holder. Probably from the same place if I had to guess. They probably found all of those together. They had tons of like cabinets that held like grain and such. See, this is one of them. You can see like the grains down there. And then on top, I think I got a better view of them in just a second, but there is some green glass, possibly uranium glass, but I didn't have the light with me. Oil lamps. This cabinet was just really cool. Honestly, everything in this place is really cool, but also very, very expensive. I can't imagine that they sell just a whole lot because they're in like kind of out of the way location, but they had really quality stuff. Look at the big train on the top there. Thought that was pretty interesting. Then back behind us, there is a little top collection and tin toy collection, which I thought was really cool. We used to have one really similar to that one on the bottom right. This one was probably, one of those was only $20. That's probably like the cheapest thing in this place, but they were all priced decently well. I'm not a top expert or antique toy expert, so I can't really tell you, how they should be priced, but I thought it was cool to look at these. Then over here, there's a couple more of those like grain bins and some other things. This little thing right here holds like spools of thread. Like I said, I don't know a lot about most of this stuff, but I thought you guys would like to see it, so we went ahead and recorded it. This bench was pretty cool. It's made out of like an old carriage wheel. This cauldron was absolutely gigantic. I thought this was really cool. There's a bunch of like tools and stuff in it and hanging around it. I think I got the price tag on it. I hope I did. It was kind of hard to tell which one was for it because there were so many other things in it. $850 cast iron kettle. Hand forged, it said. So that's pretty interesting. I would have bought that if I had, if I was rich. Here we have an actual little wagon. It said it was completely pristine, like everything was original on it. It's just kind of hard to believe that the paint has lasted that long, but that's awesome. Did I get the price tag on this? Sugarcane press. Original board funnel and original board sugar. I didn't get to read that. This was really cool to see. Like, I can only imagine how old that was. It definitely said do not touch. I guess I can't read because I totally probably touched it. Back to the wagon is $3,900, which I thought was actually a pretty good price for it. All original, like I said, is what the tag reads. Now back behind us was this really cool Barbers Chair. I hope I looked at the tag again. This was probably one of the nicest, most pristine ones that I've seen because we've seen these in quite a few antique malls, but this one was in really good condition. Like the leather wasn't splitting or anything. It was still shiny. I'm not sure if that was original to it or not, but I would hope so. $12.50, so that's a pretty good price. They're pretty expensive, especially like the older ones. Here we have a really cool uranium glass display with some little covered candy dishes and stuff. I really liked this piece back here. It's definitely an old Compo, maybe Fenton. That I'm not 100% sure. I also couldn't see like the price tags in there like at all, but that one was really cool. It's my favorite. And then I also really liked the Jack in the Pulpit back there. And here was like a sugar and creamer, and I'm not sure what else. Like set. This is all really pretty, and likely most of that, not all of it, but most of that is actually antique. I mean, look at that oil lamp right there. That is absolutely beautiful. I'm really getting into uranium glass lately, so hopefully I'll be able to tell us more about it soon. Now this sign right here is probably my favorite, well, maybe my second favorite thing in the whole place, but it was like a medicine kind of deal, and you like looked at, you know, your symptoms, and then you tell them your symptoms, and then they'll like give you what will fix those symptoms. So that was really cool. You can pause this to read that if you'd like to. Homeopathic medicine, Humphrey's specifics. You might not even have to pause it to read it. Then here we had a bit of cranberry glass in this cabinet. Of course, that's Fenton. This is Fenton. I really like the Jack in the Pulpit back here, but I believe it said $120 maybe on it. And I understand that it is antique, but that just seems a little pricey. Just a little bit, not too bad. If I was a cranberry glass collector, I probably would have gone ahead and paid it. It was a very nice looking one in very great condition, and like more of a deep cranberry than some other ones we have seen on the channel. And then of course this like coin dot, almost thumbprint glass cups and pitcher set, $275. Being old and having made it this long in the world does say something about glass, so I would probably say that makes the price go up. Now this little bench right here is probably my favorite thing in the whole place. It was really pretty, and I understand that there are matching chairs with it, but if it were me, I probably would have just bought the bench because it was so pretty. And I believe this hurricane lamp, oil lamp here is Fenton as well. It was $500, not a bad price for how old and pristine it is. Very pretty. And also this really cool jukebox. There was another one, but I guess I didn't get it on film. I don't think I did. It was a really, really big one. It was out right as soon as you walked in the door.
Yeah, I forgot.
Over here was like this magnifying glass kind of, not microscope,
cool.
but kind of deal for you to look at old pictures and such. I mean, not just pictures, whatever you put under there is going to be magnified, but. And here they had a clock display. Really old clocks. There's another clock display. Hopefully I got it on camera. This one even holds a candle at the top. Oh, I didn't even see that.
All done? Well, as much as I can do. I can only put 3 bags in. I don't want to kill the fish.
Oh, yeah.
Very pretty and very detailed old clocks.
I don't have a lot to say.
Yes,
about
here's
this video,
the
except
newer
for, like,
but still
wow.
older clocks and radios.
Some cool stuff.
This oil lamp. That way I can show Dad.
This oil lamp was really cool. It had like elk on the top shade, which I had never
They
seen.
like the antiques.
Yeah.
And just a reminder that everything was very expensive here. Now this bed was really, really, really cool. I can't remember why, but I used to know why they had the tops on them, but I could not remember for the life of me. So I apologize. But it had already been sold, so I'm not even sure that the price tag was still on it, unfortunately, so we couldn't see how much someone spent on it. It was so hot up here because this is like just the top of the barn. So another grain bin. This super cool old windmill topper.
Oh, Mom, look at this coat hanger.
This was in such good condition. I honestly doubt it was ever like really outside, but
No, the coat
it was
hanger.
super cool to see. And then I really loved this old hall tree over here. It was so cool. It's like
Wow.
cast iron
I like this.
and very intricate, and I love how dark it was.
Hall tree.
$14.50. Not too bad. And it had like a mirror in it. It was just really, really cool.
I got
We
some
saw
Peter.
something similar to this in the West Plains
I like this
episode, I believe. Now here we actually had some glassware, very pretty. I have no idea who the maker was. Honestly, I always assume
That's
old glass is Fenton, so you know that might have something to do with it. But I honestly couldn't tell you. Here's me saying hi.
Jerry.
And Luke saying hi. And then right here, there's some more clocks. There was tons of clocks in this place. But that's okay. They were really cool to see. So, guys could, please comment your favorite item in the comments below.
Okay guys, so that was Rock Garden Antique Barn in Fulton, Missouri. There wasn't a lot of glass in there, but there was some other really cool stuff, and I don't know a lot about any of it, but that's okay. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye guys!